But alright, budget magic time. Playing some all-in Shaman in Modern. And this hand's a bit too all-in on Shaman. No lands. This hand is not nearly as good, but we can cast things. I guess we'll keep the Burning Tree. I mean, turn 2, Burning Tree, Fauna Shaman. Seems decent. Valakut. Well, we'll have to see if our opponent has Wraths. That's what we're mostly worried about here, is Anger of the Gods. So, Mountain, go. So I think the plan is double Burning Tree, Fauna Shaman. Assuming everything lives, we pitch Burning Tree Shaman. Get the Elemental Tutor, whatever it's called. The 1-drop. Play that. Get Rage Forger, and maybe just win? I mean, this deck is going to be weak to Anger of the Gods anyway. So, we pretty much just have to play like our opponent doesn't have it. Because I don't think we can do anything else. Alright, well, I mean, this is the absolute nuts if our opponent does not have an Anger of the Gods. If they do have an Anger of the Gods, I'm going to cry. So, triple Burning 3, Fauna Shaman, and pass the turn. Oh, come on, no anger, no anger. As long as it's not anger, I pretty much don't care. Oh, alright, Farseek is not Anger of the Gods. Oh man, we might have this. I mean, that's a good turn too. Opponent passes. We draw a land. Well, let's attack with our Burning Trees. Play Rootbound Crag. Pass the turn. Come on, no anger. Farseek? Oh, I think we just win next turn. I think we just have the turn 4 kill. Unless our opponent has something pretty good. So now we Fauna Shaman, pitch Burning Tree. Get our Rage Forger. And 1 bolt doesn't even kill us here. So we can win through a bolt. Well, Forest, Flamekin, Harbinger. Get a Rage Forger for next turn. Although next turn likely is not going to come. Rage Forger, put counters on everything. Swing with the team. Hellrider for 4 damage. And that does it. Whoo! Alright. We dodged the Anger of the Gods. Got the turn 4 kill. On the triple Burning Tree. Oh. So that was lucky. So, against this deck, I think we want our Essence Warden and our Rune Blasters. And stuff we don't especially care about is Burning Trees. And we can go down a Burning Tree Shaman, I mean. We want Burning Tree Emissary. We need Burning Tree Emissary. And go down a Fire Drinker Satyr, just because that can blow us out pretty bad. And we brought in a 1-drop, so I think it's fine. Still pretty weak to Pyroclasms, Angers, and so forth. Alright. I mean, this is it. Do we get Pyroclasmed? If we get Pyroclasm, we're not going to win, but Cinderglade for our opponent. So, Forest and Essence Warden. Pass the turn. Arid Mesa. Search for Tomorrow's suspended. Opponent passes. Ooh, there's a Tarkus command too. Well, let's just Bosk Banneret. Gain a life up to 21. Pass the turn. So Bosk Banneret makes all of our creatures cost 1 less. Doesn't really help with our 1-drops, but it means we can Rage Forger next turn if we really want to. It would get our Banneret out of Anger range. And it actually gives us a pretty fast clock considering a Tarka's command. It would be nice if we drew a land and could play something before Rage Forger. Alright, Secure Tribe Elder. Gains us a life. So, no anger. And our opponent passes land. Lightning Bolt. Well, I think we just need to Rage Forger, gain a life, pump up our team, attack with both. Our opponent can block and sack, but they drop to 17. Yep, there's the block and sack. This would have been better if we had lands. The only good news is we're not that far away from winning with burn. Like, if we can get in an Atarka's command hit with everything we have in hand, I think we can win with lightning bolts. There's a Farseek. Gets Stomping Ground, tapped. Opponent passes. Land? Rune Blaster. Alright, let's attack with everything. Opponent's going to path our Rage Forger. Alright. Get a mountain. Oh, they do play life gain. So this is where we're at. If we just get in with our creatures, we put our opponent to 11, and we don't win next turn. We can Atarka's command, and as long as our opponent doesn't have like Obstinate Baloth, we can win with bolts next turn. I think we do. I think we just do it. So Atarka's command, I was hoping we could leave up Atarka's command to prevent potential life gain. But 3 damage and creatures get +1/+1. Puts our opponent to 6. And now, theoretically, if our opponent can't gain life, we just bolt when we untap for the win. And what that means is, while Obstinate Baloth is still an out, stuff like Anger of the Gods is no longer an out for our opponent. And at 23 and our opponent at 6 lands with Valakut now, they can't really kill us. Ooh. Maybe they can kill us. Is this exactly lethal? Wow. This is exactly 24. Exactly. I believe this is 6 Valakut triggers, which is 18, and then 6 from the Titan. Wow. That is really unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Whew. Alright, run it back. Oh, I felt like we should have won that. Alright, we get to play first. Oh, this hand is the Nightmare. Well, this hand needs us to scry into a land. Alright, well, this isn't a great hand by any means, but it's reasonable. Still, like always, weak to an Anger of the Gods. But we get Burning Tree Emissary. Add some mana into Bosk Banneret. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks our Wooded Foothills. Gets a Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Scalding Tarn. And passes. We get a Mountain. Well, let's Elvish Visionary, draw a card. Attack with both. We gotta play like they don't have Anger. That's all we can really do. Opponent cracks Scalding Tarn. Pyroclasm's also pretty annoying. If we had more green mana, we could have left up Atarka's command, but get the Rage Forger. No reason to play the Mountain, since we know we're not drawing a land next turn. Come on, no Anger, no Pyroclasm. There's the Anger. Well, now we're pretty far behind. Beast Color Swan, Mountain, get in 4-1. Put our opponent down to 14. That's why we really wanted to win game 2, because our opponent didn't have an Anger. Another land for our opponent. And passes. Well, Elvish Visionary, draw a card, and pass the turn. So we would have dealt, what, a lethal amount of damage? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we would have had our opponent to 1 this turn. Opponent Summoners Packs, gets a Titan. breaches the Titan. Are we dead? Gets double Valakut. I don't think we're just dead. But I'm not sure it'll matter because I don't think we can win next turn. We're going to drop to 2. Instead, our opponent's going to go after our creatures. Interesting. Maybe they have another breach and another Titan. So we're down to 8. We bolt our opponent to 10. Well, Essence Warden go. Opponent pays for the pack. There's more triggers. Yeah, I think we're dead. Puts us to 5. Yeah, so now we're just dead to a mountain. Oh, that game 2. We needed to win that game 2. Alright. Well, that was a little unfortunate. A lot of things went wrong that game 2 for us not to win.